Welcome to another NUCIDA video. If you like it, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and click the bell. Never forget our upcoming sessions. If you have any questions or hints, please leave a comment. Our certified QA experts will reply in time. I will introduce TestRail, a powerful test management tool used by testers and developers worldwide to organize and manage their testing efforts more efficiently. By choosing TestRail, you unlock a key ingredient to help you prepare your recipe for success. In this tutorial series, you'll learn the basics of TestRail, from documenting your test cases, plans, and runs to capturing real-time results and generating meaningful reports. If your team is new to TestRail, we highly recommend forwarding this training video to all your team members. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and click the bell, never to forget our upcoming sessions. If you have any questions or hints, please leave a comment. Alright, let's get started. In this video, you'll learn how to send automated test results to TestRail using the code-first approach. This workflow is typically used by the teams who work on test designs, straightening their code base. This means they plan the test cases directly in the test code, implement the test scripts, and manage the execution outside a test management tool. These teams don't want the overhead of having to create and manage test cases outside their code base, but it's still important to bring visibility to the test results with the reporting capabilities TestRail has to offer. This is the default approach supported by the TestRail CLI. It automatically maps and creates test cases and adds their results in TestRail. If you already have the test cases designed in TestRail, please check out the specification first approach. There is another NUCIDA training video available in this YouTube channel. For example, in the case of the code first approach, I have here a particular project with 3 test cases for which I have directly implemented the test code. I don't have any documentation on my test management tool. I will run these test cases from my local system, and once I have the test results, I will upload the results to TestRail with the help of TestRail CLI. But before running the tests, let's have a quick look at the configurations needed in TestRail. First, make sure you have the API enabled in your instance. You can do this by accessing Administration, Site Settings, and clicking on the API tab. Then you need a project to upload the test results. In this case, I'm going to use the project called Code First Approach Examples. But you can always create a new one by going to Add Project and configuring your new project. The third thing that you need in TestRail is a custom field called Automation ID. This field will store the mapping between your automated test code and the test cases in TestRail and allow you to upload test results without duplicating test cases or having to write TestRail case IDs in your test automation code. You can quickly create a custom field by going to the administration area and then to customizations. Under case fields, just click on Add Field. Under label, you can give any name you want. But I suggest you follow the same configuration. Here the system name should be Automation ID and select the text type. The system name and the type cannot be changed later. Then click on Add Projects and Options to select the projects you want this field active. For example, the project where I want to use this field is Code First Approach Examples. That one is already checked, but you can check new projects like this one. Just save the custom field, and you have all the configurations needed in TestRail. Now let's start our workflow. As I already mentioned, these are the test cases I implemented for execution, and I have written them in Java. You can see 1, 2, 3 test cases. I'm going to install the TestRail CLI in my project using the command pip install TRCLI. This command will only work if you have Python already installed on your system. This is a prerequisite. Once the TestRail CLI is installed, the next step is to execute these test cases. So, as these are Java tests, I'm going to use the command mvn clean compile test. You can see that everything is locally done, but you can use any CI/CD tool to execute your tests. I already have the test results. 3 test cases were executed, and out of them, 1 failed. After the execution, you'll find an XML report in the target folder. This file contains all the results from the execution. The TestRail CLI can upload results to TestRail from any JUnit style XML file. For this, I'm going to use the command TRCLI-y-c, providing the path to the config file, and then parse JUnit-f, and provide the XML report created from the test execution. Let's try to understand what exactly this command means. The first option is -y, which skips the prompts to automatically create new tests in TestRail. This is useful when running the TestRail CLI through your CI tools. The -c says where exactly my configuration file is, so let's check the trcli config.iml file. Here you'll add the host, which is the TestRail instance you want to use. Then the name of the project, in this case Code First Approach Examples. You will also need to provide the credentials to authenticate in TestRail. So, the name of the user and the password, and finally the title of your test run. Let's hit enter and start uploading the test results with the TestRail CLI. It's going to check all the parameters, process the test cases, and create all the entities, all in just 8 seconds. Now, we should be able to check the results in TestRail. You can quickly go to your new test run by clicking on the link here. You will immediately see a dashboard with a summary of the tests, and below the test cases that were executed. The first test case was to verify the presence of the demo link, which is passed. The second one was to verify the title of the homepage, also passed. The third was an invalid test, which I deliberately wanted to fail, so you can see the kind of information that is uploaded to TestRail in this case. You can drill further into a failed test case and check the error message that was imported directly from the JUnit report. This can be helpful to have a quick overview of what went wrong during the test. Notice that it added a unique automation ID by combining the class name and name attributes on the JUnit report for each test. This automation ID is used to map the tests on your automation codebase to the test cases on TestRail. This means that each time you run the TestRail CLI, it first attempts to match an existing test case on TestRail, and only creates a new one in case there is no test case with that automation ID. If you change the test name or location in your automation suite later, that will create a new test case in TestRail, unless you also update the automation ID field for the test case in TestRail. If you like it, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and click the bell. Never forget our upcoming sessions. If you have any questions or hints, please leave a comment. Our certified QA experts will reply in time, or even produce a separate video about your topic. Please also check out our other over 200 videos about software quality. Happy testing! See you next time.